Hey everyone, there have been multiple stories of creeps on TikTok. They're behind the scenes do some really awful shit. And me personally, I find these stories fascinating because there's such a contrast between how they act unfiltered towards other people and then how they act on their videos on their accounts, where they lip sync your songs with so many filters applied to them that makes them look uncanny. In this video, I'm going to be reacting to a story of one of these people where they have a somewhat popular account, but small enough that they're not super well known, which has allowed them to disappear and re-emerge multiple times every time he was exposed for talking to minors. And when I watched this video, I was shocked at how little he cared when talking to them and how he reacted after people called him out. So in this video, you're going to see a lot of these uncomfortable and cringy TikToks of this creep.
A couple weeks ago, we covered a TikTok content creator by the name of Tall Knight. This was a creator who was exposed multiple times by a plethora of creators on TikTok and YouTube.
Was that him? The guy in the helmet? No, I think that's someone exposing him. Yeah, because you can see like he has a video of the actual Knight guy above him.
Continued to bend the truth to make it seem like he was not
it might be him, I don't know.
Person as everyone was trying to make him out to be. This tactic of manipulating his viewers did help him get some heat off of his back, with some of his fans defending him any chance that they can get. But the majority of his fan base stopped trying to defend him after he admitted to sending naked pics to someone who was much younger than him. Now,
that's always the biggest trump card in these kind of stories, because there really is no way to defend that. And that's kind of like one topic that gets everyone, like every single person or group of people in situation to rally against you. Because yeah, how can you really, how can you support someone that does something like that?
The reason I bring up the Tall Knight is due to the nature of today's video. TikTok has recently seen a spike in creators being called out for being predators. Creators like Tall Knight and Evan Cardin were called out multiple times when they were exposed. They both have a sizable audience on the platform, but as you know, TikTok is a platform that's fairly easy to get a following on, or even hundreds of thousands of views on. So today we talk about a content creator who may not have the biggest following on TikTok, with only around 400,000 followers, but he has been called out just like the other two creators for being caught on 3 different occasions speaking inappropriately to his underage fans. And again, TikTok has seen a spike in this behavior where weirdos can get a following and then prey on the unexpected. But before we continue, if you find yourself enjoying the video at any time throughout the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get to work.
I should probably mention now that the most I've seen of this guy was like a few videos about the allegation. Well, yeah, the allegations about I was never caught up to this most recent stuff about him admitting to the pictures that he sent to minors. So I actually am quite a bit interested in this.
Pleasure of looking through a lot of Dylan's videos on his TikTok account to figure out exactly how he got the 400k followers in the first place. Now I'm talking like
I can't really say much because I'm not really that big of a channel either. I saw on TikTok, but 400k it's not that hard to get, especially on TikTok. All you really need is all you need is one video to blow up. TikTok will promote your future videos after that one big one, and you will get more people to follow your account if it's just from that big a video that blows up.
I went through a lot of his videos, which will probably scar me for ever. It looks like Dylan started uploading to his account in September of 2021. Now these videos uploaded to the page focused on the different places that Dylan traveled to or explored with his group of friends. It wouldn't be until 2 months later, in December of 2021, when Dylan made his first appearance on his TikTok account. His first video showing himself on camera was a POV video, and after this video, Dylan restructured his whole TikTok account.
Can you please cut the video? I hate this awkward footage.
This generated him the most engagement and views out of any other content he created on his page. But this also came with trolls in the comment sections of every video. This video that's on the screen right now was one of his most viewed videos back in the day on his page, with over 5 million views and over 64,000 comments, with the top comments saying, "Good thing I'm a lesbian," and "Watermelon Sugar Bye," which was a song
I really
that was
want
in the
to
video.
make a comment on how he's a good average like 5 out of 10. Like he really is not that incredible as he makes himself to be. But I thought that was true mean. But no, thankfully the people on the TikTok comments already made that comment for me. Thank you.
And put your hand back, that was the best part. These videos posted by Dylan are nothing short of being cringy as hell, but this is what got him the views and the interaction.
His face is way too long.
There are a lot of trolls on TikTok, but there are also a lot of people on TikTok who will defend a creator just because they feel bad for them because they see the trolls in the comment sections. These videos, of course, cringed me out, but this was the content that grew his platform. And just like any TikTok creator who posts cringy videos to their account, people poked fun at how he looked during the videos. But that didn't stop Dylan from creating and uploading these videos to TikTok. If anything, it made it even easier for him to generate views on each video he uploaded.
God, I hate these videos.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Dylan continued this same style of content. They'd range from POVs to lip syncing videos to dancing videos and eventually to him just singing during his video.
Yeah, see, you can see like he does get quite a lot of views, and even it is from people making fun of him. That's still like engagement on his TikToks. That does like introduce more people to follow him, you know, get more popular.
But of course, this helped him build up an audience. But this fan base wasn't just on TikTok, it also migrated out to other platforms like his Instagram account. On Instagram, Dylan has accumulated over
20,000, barely.
YouTube, he has right around 1,000 subscribers.
Barely. I can't say much, but that's barely anything, yeah.
And as people started to defend Dylan for his cringy videos in the comments, behind the scenes, Dylan was doing a lot of creepy shit that you probably shouldn't be doing at his age. At the age of 18 years old, or around 18 years old, Dylan was exposed for inappropriately texting a 13-year-old girl. He'd ask her to send pictures of her private areas and other things as well, which is just disgusting. Now, even though this was the first situation that came to light against Dylan, this wasn't the first situation ever. The creator Your Favorite Guy on TikTok would upload a video speaking about how he knew Dylan from before he was even 18 years old. The reason why he even knew of Dylan was because they were in a Snapchat group chat together. In this group chat, Dylan was exposed for texting multiple 13-year-olds when he was only 17 years old.
I feel like Snapchat is a very popular app for people, like shitty people to groom children on. Of course, Discord is the biggest one, but I feel like outside of that, it might be Snapchat.
Dylan posting a TikTok video apologizing and stating that he never meant to make anyone feel uncomfortable and now he just wanted to sing to them.
Hey TikTok, thank you.
You wanted to sing to them.
Hey followers, it means a lot to me, but this is not why I'm here. I need to talk to you guys for a bit. This is my apology video. So I think
a good way to make an apology is by instantly thanking all the people that followed you to 40K.
I did not mean to be creepy in any way. I just wanted to be a nice person and to sing for her. And I did
sing for who?
That she was 14. She didn't tell me her age.
Oh, the 14-year-old.
So it was wrong of me to do that. So I just want to say I'm sorry. And hopefully you guys can appreciate it and accept my apology. And yeah, and hopefully you guys accept it. So you guys do. Thank you. And I just don't want to get hate anymore. So.
Not only was this video pretty off-putting because he talked like this.
Yeah, man, I'm really sorry. Dude, I didn't even know what age they were.
I hate his upper lip moving up. It's so tilted.
Man, thank you for 40K. And I really just, I just really didn't know what age they were, dude. Like, yeah, dude. I really hope you can forgive me. And, yeah, I just don't want to get hate anymore.
That whole video was in that accent, and he also had the fuckboy squinty eyes throughout the whole entire video, and it just didn't look as serious. And he'd also start off his apology by saying, "Thank you for the 40,000 followers, but I really have to address this." And again, he'd get exposed again just 2 years later. Your Favorite Guy would state that they reached out to his parents to make him stop this horrible behavior online, and they'd make him deactivate his account before he went too far. And I believe this is when he uploaded that first apology video to his account. But this just lasted about 2 years before he'd come back to TikTok and started to prey on
that was quite old. 2 years.
He was 19 years old, turning 20. This would lead to another...
I think the best way to tell if someone is gonna turn out horrible like this guy did, like a predator, is by just seeing like what their past accounts were like you can already tell that even before this huge drama right now that's the most present, he was already a piece of shit trying to like talk to a 14-year-old and sing for her.
Apology video that your favorite guy spoke about in his video covering the situation.
This is Dylan Zippy. This is also Dylan Zippy. This is Dylan Zippy sexting a 14-year-old. This is Dylan Zippy sexting a 13-year-old. This is Dylan Zippy sexting a 14-year-old. Dylan Zippy is 20 years old, and I knew him before he was 18. The reason I knew him was because there was a Snapchat group chat of a bunch of TikTokers, and we were both in it. And this was before all of this stuff came out about him. While we were both in this group chat, it came out that while he was 17, he was texting multiple 14-year-olds, multiple 13-year-olds. I told him to cut it out. Did he? Not at all. Us creators ended up contacting his parents about his behavior. They made him deactivate the account, but since then he's moved out. Unsurprisingly, 2 years later, he has once again been caught trying to sext and meet up with 14-year-olds. I honestly think Dylan is messed up in the head. Like, there's something wrong with him, because this was the apology video he posted about all of this.
I just hope that
Oh, this is a different one.
never happen again. So hopefully you guys will understand.
Oh, please sing.
Trust me, I don't want this to go downhill or ruin my life or my career that I'm gonna do in the future. And I'll be more careful next time and ask girls their age before I start talking to them either on Instagram or Snapchat. So I hope you guys understand and hopefully like this video and
that's badass. The Marvel like black box closing in on the video, that was like some masterful cinematic like experience that deserves an Oscar, to be honest.
The gaslighting in this video is insane. He entirely ignores the recent time he was caught sexting or trying to a 14-year-old, and he knew the ages. Hell, I even catfished him at the time, telling him I was 14. The audacity he has to tell people to like and share this video, like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Anyways, that is the story of Dylan Zippy.
This second apology video held very little accountability for his actions and barely spoke about the situation that he put himself in, and just like the first apology, Dylan made it about himself and not the victims, and acted as if he was the victim, apologizing only to get the weight of the accusations off of his back. But this was a 13-year-old that Dylan would send a picture of his little Dylan to, and it would be shown around Twitter, and people started to expose him. Then there was another investigation into Dylan by the GOAT Zerg and Goob2 on TikTok. In April of 2023, Zerg, who is an investigator who does these types of things, where he uses a decoy account to kind of see if he can lure these creeps into messaging him, used that decoy account to see if Dylan was still communicating very creepily by messaging kids, and he very much was still messaging any young kid that messaged him.
I think it's funny how, because this is a very similar style to like a Chris Hansen show, where they have like a decoy and they lure like the predators by that way. And it's funny because I'm pretty sure, I don't know like how long like internet predators have gone back to, maybe the 80s, the 90s, but I bet you that even back then they use like a similar style where they have like a decoy where they pretend to be like 13 or 14 and they lure them either to like an actual place or like to make them say like really horrible stuff, to use the evidence to like show everyone that they are like horrible human beings. And even today, I mean, it's effective. There's no point in trying to like use any other method, because if you do try to like confront them face to face, of course they're gonna gaslight and be like, no, I never did that never happened. So this is probably gonna carry on to like the future, because there really is no I've noticed predators have horrible self-control. Like they will always like jump at the opportunity to meet like a child or like a minor, because they literally cannot control themselves. It's scary, like how lustful they can be, honestly.
Out of the gate, he'd tell the decoy that he was single, and then he'd ask her to add him on Snapchat. But you could clearly see by just simply clicking on her profile account that she graduates high school in 2027, which is 4 years from now. And even when she added him on Snapchat, she stated that she was only 14 years old, but that didn't stop Dylan. He'd continue to speak to the decoy as if he just didn't see the messages of her telling him that she was 14.
I love this B-roll of him just singing in the cars, being happy. Good for him.
Pictures of her and how he wanted to take her out on a date. And of course, he already knew her age, so he couldn't use the unknowing of her age as an excuse for later on.
Makes lots of weird content about finding love and falling in love and running into your ex. It's bizarre. But whatever, nothing illegal about that. However, he recently got into the inbox of my friend Arlen's decoy account that he uses to catch predators just like Dylan. And it clearly states that they graduate from high school in 4 years. And if that wasn't enough for this 20-year-old man to keep from hitting on a child, the decoy even said, "I'm 14, why do you care?" He even asked to see the decoy's body, which he knows is 14. The decoy asks, "See what?" And he says, "You're a butt, LMAO. I'm sorry, I'm a dummy." "Dylan, you are a dummy." He tells the 14-year-old decoy, "I've never had a girlfriend before." Tells her he has a spot right next to him for her, and asks if she would smash or pass him. In their Instagram conversation,
This guy sucks at flirting. Even if it is a decoy, this guy just sucks trying to like pick up girls. And he's not about a girlfriend. Oh, poor guy.
Decoy if they want to hang out, cuddle with him, and if he can see her 14-year-old ass. Oh, is right, Dylan. Hopefully San Francisco State University doesn't see this. I saw you recently committed to them. What's even more pathetic is this. Dylan was already caught talking to children 2 years ago. Here's an apology video he posted in 2021.
And I
What 663 people actually liked the apology?
did not know that she was 14. She didn't tell me her age.
Well, this time she told you her age, fucking creep. Dylan, it's time to go. Get off the TikTok, get off the Instagram, get yourself some help, you fucking pervert.
This situation was creepy, and it did seem like when Dylan got exposed, he did take a little break from creating content on his TikTok account, and also limited the comments on his Instagram page. But he'd continued to do the same old thing that we see from other creators. Get exposed, take a break from creating content to his page, and then come back as if nothing really happened and until the accusations and everything goes away. But this one takes a turn for the worst, because your favorite guy came out with an update video on another victim in September of 2023, just a couple weeks ago. I guess Dylan was caught once again speaking to a minor, but this time it was a boy. Your favorite guy came out with an update video a week later speaking about how Dylan was fired from his job because offline he was speaking to minors as well, and he was working at a trampoline park where mostly kids go to.
Oh, that's really fucked up, yeah.
Got
Holy
caught
shit.
again. This time, lying about his age to a 14-year-old guy. Hitting him up and asking him if he's bad, telling him to send him, like, pictures of himself. The guy goes, "I'm 14," and he goes, "Me too." This guy knew who Dylan Zippy was, so he sent the screenshots to me. This is the same guy who practically got away with little girls, like 13, 14, 15-year-olds, asking them to hang out, meet up at football stadiums at night. Dylan Zippy works at Sky Zone. He works around little kids. And I think he's back to posting on TikTok. He has me blocked, but I checked out his account last night on my alt account, and he was up and posting stuff. And it's just crazy how, like, non-accountable social media is. You can literally be somebody like Dylan Zippy or like James Charles and just get away with whatever. Like, people are gonna be mad at you for like maybe like a couple months, and then it's gonna be fine. You're still gonna be able to post and get views and make money.
That's absolutely. I agree with that a lot. I think the scary thing about these kind of stories is that for every big one, like every big account that gets caught, like this guy, there's at least like 100 more the people that still like, yeah, talk to like minors sexually, but they never get caught because they're not big. So it's kind of like a 50-50 where they're not popular, even though they want to be, but at the same time, nobody ever like calls them out because nobody knows about them, and yeah, it's just creepy. That's why I think I've never really like agreed with the side of like kids shouldn't have social media, because I really don't think it's that damaging. But one aspect I can never like disagree with is that like people who are like predators who will like go after them, because there really is no way they can prevent like a kid from like talking to someone and they see them as a friend, even though the other person could be like a creep that just wants to like talk to them sexually, which is terrifying. And yeah, like this guy said, even after like he said a month, but honestly Yeah, I think a month would be enough to make people forget, because at that point, the people who knew what you did in the past will probably just forget about you or not watch your stuff. So when you have like a new influx of new fans, they will just like see you as like a good person, because they don't know what you did before. So yeah, they just think you're innocent, which is, I think it's just scary, because there probably are a lot of people that no one knows like are horrible human beings, because like they laid low for a bit, which allowed them to like be forgotten about slowly.
Cancel culture is fake. Dylan Zippy's a bad person. That's the end of the story.
I might as well give you guys the update on Dylan Zippy, since you guys eat it up every single time. Dylan Zippy got fired from the Sky Zone he worked at, which is a trampoline park where he works with a bunch of little kids who come there to jump on trampolines. This guy Jake hit me up and was telling me about how he knew what trampoline park Dylan Zippy worked at, and I think he worked at multiple. And the reason he knew this is because his friend was working with Dylan Zippy, and last week he hit me up and it was like he got fired from his work, and I said, "How do you know?" And he said, "My friend worked with him and told me he got fired for texting underage girls." So yeah, I think this is a good thing that Dylan Zippy's fired from his job, because he should not be working with anyone close to the age of 18. And of course, anybody under 18. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. There was a couple other people who I'm waiting on to respond to my Instagram DMs, because they reached out to me and were like, "Yo, Dylan Zippy got caught again," stuff like that. But nothing has been proved so far. But I will keep you guys updated.
Now, Dylan Zippy is a creator who will probably never change and who shouldn't have a platform that is aimed at targeting children. Dylan has been caught multiple times in the past texting minors and asking for really, really gross and disgusting pictures from them, even as recently as last month where he asked the boy if he was bad. This is someone who will never change and should get help and stay off of the internet. Usually I'm not someone who calls for termination of a channel or of a page, but it's clear that Dylan isn't changing his ways, and because his TikTok account is targeted to kids, I think his account should be taken down due to his heinous acts on kids. And again, this wasn't the first time. I'm not saying that if it was the first time it would be different, but he got called out multiple times by other creators within the sphere, and he still didn't change his ways. He continued to do things and know that he's doing this without even caring. The fact that he's been exposed multiple times and hasn't even gotten banned is telling of TikTok's issues with community guidelines, and it's another reason why we keep seeing a spike in weirdos on TikTok who will reach out to young fans that they have made just to try to text them inappropriately. But have you ever watched Dylan Zippy on TikTok? If so, did you like his videos, or do you feel like he should be banned off of the platform? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any creators or video ideas that you want me to talk about, the best way you can suggest them to me is through my Instagram DMs or on my Discord. Now, there are some major updates that are happening to the Discord where you can earn Bills coins.
This is just him like promoting his stuff up online. Yeah, that might be the end. But honestly, I think in that last segment we talked about like him being banned, I agree with. But yeah, also what he mentioned about like TikTok not taking any action, because that got me thinking, there is definitely like a milestone that gets like TikTok to actually take action against you. Because even though he does have like 400,000 followers on TikTok, if he had like a little bit more, like maybe even a million possibly, I guess, TikTok would be way more quicker to like ban him, because I'm pretty sure TikTok is strict against that kind of stuff, because of course it's very blatant that he's like using the platform to talk to like minors, and like even if it's not on TikTok, like on Snapchat, he's still able to like get in contact with him. Plus, again, 3 times, no person, even after 1 time, you should barely even be allowed to have an account. But 3 times, and every single time it was just very clear, like black and white, that yeah, he's a creep. There is no debate, he was just clearly a creep. Even when like Decoy said that they were 14, he just didn't care. So there really is no like room to argue like he's innocent or like he didn't know. But Christ almighty. You know, even though I didn't really like see his stuff on TikTok before, I'm kind of glad, because even if he wasn't a creep, all this stuff looks really cringy. Like I found this video kind of hard to like watch, because all the B-rolls were just like his TikToks where he looked very like doing like that kind of like seductive face. It was so annoying, and plus his bug eyes just staring into your soul was so uncomfortable. So all I can really say now is that I doubt TikTok's gonna do anything, because if he did it 3 times over this like long course of time, then I doubt it's gonna happen. I just hope like I was kind of glad when there was this part of the video where it talked about like how he got fired from work, because even though he doesn't like doing stuff on TikTok, as long as like he's not allowed to do stuff out in public, then that's good at least. So I really don't know what's gonna happen in the future with him. He might just carry on posting on TikTok, which I pray to God doesn't happen, because it's just, he is fucking just a weird, horrible human being.